Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Winter New Year movies.
I'm Brian, and I like Hallmark New Year, New Mover, Winter movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise New Year, New Movie, Winter movies.
And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
What's up, ninjas? How you doing? Happy New Year, everybody.
Only I say ninjas.
I know you do, Rick. I know
usually
you
throw
do.
some Spanish at the beginning of it. Como están, ninjas?
That's exactly right.
That's how I walk in every day, and you know that. And for you to take that this early in the year doesn't spell like things are going the way they should.
Yeah.
What's your New Year's resolution this year, Rick? I know you're
I got a
making the
bunch.
New
I'm
Year's
trying to get a
resolution.
new cigarette company off the ground.
No,
It's not going great.
No, we're not allowed to talk
Not a good
about that.
time.
You smoke a cigarette.
We're not
whatever you're
allowed.
about
We're
to-
not allowed to talk
whatever
about
you-
cigarettes in a positive manner.
Whatever you try to. I'm just trying to start the company. You do what you want with that.
No, we're not going to let
Well,
you come on the show and promote cigarettes.
It's a cigarette you smoke when you're just trying to start a fight. They're called scuttlebutts.
All right. You know what? I take it all back. Worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It was worth it. Speaking of it being worth it, guys, Philo is...
Scuttlebutt.
Those
No.
don't exist yet?
Scuttlebutts.com.
Speaking of it being worth
/
it,
Wrigley. 2 G's.
Wrigley.
Promo
Got it.
code DECK.
Is it is it L-Y or L-E-Y?
L-E-Y.
Okay, Wrigley. Interesting. Speaking of it being worth it, Philo is worth it. We are on Philo. If people are still like getting word of this, that
Yes.
the video is exclusive on Philo. We love Philo. We think it's a wonderful fit, and we think that you will like it too if you don't already have it. Philo.tv/DTH. And it's a very exciting episode if you are watching on the Philo, because it is the first episode being produced by our new producer. Is it Aaron?
It's Aaron Shea.
Aaron Shea. Fantastic.
Or, as I've heard Aaron and Brian from New England call it, I believe it's Aaron.
Aaron.
Which is a different name
It's a different
entirely
name.
than Aaron.
I thought
but
it was
I don't know
Aaron.
what to do with
Sounds
that.
fine to me.
Yeah. What is it?
Aaron.
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 Hey, Aaron.
Aaron.
Get to Duncan. Get some Duncan. Go park that car in.
Aaron, do you see what's up on the roof there in that
Yeah.
room?
Aaron
On the
on the roof. On the room.
that room.
Do we have room on the roof?
We got room on the
Aaron.
roof.
Aaron.
Anyway, Aaron doing a great job, and if you want to support her work, go watch it on Philo, because it's marvelous.
It is good.
It's marvelous
It's good
work.
stuff.
It is chef's kiss.
Yes,
It's been
absolutely.
garbage up until this point, and now it's all going to be worth it. Guys, how was not just your weekend? How was the end of the year for you? How was your holiday? How was New Year's Eve, etc.? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was great, man.
Cool. All right, guys.
Yeah. What's your New Year's resolution, Brandon?
So I'll talk about it. My New Year's resolution, it's not really like, I'm not trying to change the world here. All I'm trying to do is take a few minutes every day and just remember the day. So I'm taking a few pictures
Seize the
every
day?
day. Seize the day. I got an app, and this is not an ad. I got an app called Card Diary, where I can put a few pictures in, jot down a couple notes, and the goal is to just remember each day, because I have a really pretty lousy memory when it comes to things, and I'll see pictures in my phone and be like, I don't remember the story behind this. So I just want to be a little bit more proactive with you, with the boys here, with my boys at home. Of
course.
And so that's my New Year's resolution, is to just try to remember. Just
I don't
try to
know.
remember.
I don't know about
Beautiful.
it.
Yeah.
It could go
Brian,
either way.
any New Year's resolution for you?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, maybe write a movie or two.
You
Okay.
now you are
Listen.
working on something
Well,
here.
We
You're
all
working-
are. We all are.
Yeah. This is a collective
Yeah, you
thing.
don't want to
Sure
give
is.
anything away.
No,
to do that.
not in
Yeah.
this economy. Not in this economy.
no.
I do think this could be the year.
I think it is.
This could be the year.
I don't think we're
guys.
putting the cart ahead of the horse.
No,
It said horse. But I think this is the year.
Dan, I'm not even going to ask you. I know you don't have any New Year's resolutions.
I do like your sweater, though, Brand.
Thank you.
It looks
Beautiful.
fantastic.
Look at
Thank
that
you.
thing.
I don't remember where I got it.
Yeah.
Really
Wish you took a
quickly,
picture and made a note. You would have remembered.
If you would, the card
Man.
diary would have really helped out.
would have been really clutch.
Would have been good.
Really quickly, boys, can I say this? Today marks the first Wednesday of the year. And every Wednesday, Dan, you and I are doing a little something called Take It to the Tape, which is a totally separate project. It's something that we experimented with last year and we love, and we're going to be doing every single Wednesday at takethetape.com. They are individual audio commentary tracks that you listen to while you watch a movie. Today's movie is Cats from 2020, the reason why COVID was started.
2019 technically came out in December 2019.
Okay. And we're
is
watching
a cat a dog though, Brandon?
No. We're watching it, so you can listen to us while you watch the movie. It is you can sync it up. It's a whole thing, and we think you're really going to like it. You can get them at takethetape.com every single Wednesday. January is musical month. High School Musical 1 and 2 in the next couple of weeks, and then we're closing out the month with the Christian Netflix musical.
A week away.
Now,
I will say this: when people heard that the first month was musical month, because we released this early on the Bramble Jam Plus, the Double Decker Facebook page, I'm sure that they were thinking the musicals we were going to cover were going to be actual ones, like Cats or like Phantom of the Opera or Les Mis. No. And we go from Cats and we just dive headfirst into Disney Channel original movies and Netflix Christian movies.
Yes.
Yeah. So expect more of that this year as you come along with us on the journey.
Just trying it out.
Of Take It to the Tape.
Just trying
and you can buy those individually, or you can get them all on the All Access tier.
On the All Access tier of BrambleJamPlus.com. A Dog Lover's Guide to Dating is the first movie of a new year, new movies.
And it's going to be hard to get better than this. Can I be honest?
They started out at the top, I would say.
Let's find out. This synopsis is long. So buckle up, everybody. A lot happens in this movie. A Dog Lover's Guide to Dating originally aired on New Year's Day, 2023, and it went a little something like this. Alex is a dog trainer who gives her dog Radar. It's a girl dog.
Do you guys remember?
Girl dog.
Did you ever tell the joke that didn't make sense as a kid? Did you ever do that bit? Where you told a joke that didn't make sense, and you got all your friends to laugh to see if you could convince someone it was funny.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, the joke that we all you get it.
Go ahead.
The one we always told as a kid was two polar bears were in the bathtub, and one looked up and said radar. That's the whole joke. And it would be whoever we were in, like if it would be like Brian's first week, we'd do it if we were all like 8 years old.
Sure.
And radar was always the key to the whole bit.
Yeah.
And then we'd be like radar, you get it. That was the whole thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Dan. The dog's name is Radar, and this dog eats more.
You guys ever do that bit when you?
This dog eats more breakfast than a standard person eats, especially Dan. Dan hates breakfast.
I hate a breakfast.
She's walking Radar. She's in the park. She spots a dog running away from a guy who's clearly late for a ska concert. She tracks down the guy. His name is Simon. The dog's name is Simon. Simon Squared is hanging out, and he explains that it's not his dog. It is the dog of the girl that he likes and is trying to date. This girl is, pretty and kind of like, oh, I eat gluten-free, and that type of Hallmark character. You know what I'm talking about. And she's, I don't know, they're not really dating. He is very much into her, trying to do what he can, and that starts with walking Radar from time to time. And Alex is like, okay, well, you got to figure this out. So he's like, hey, would you be interested in helping me train this dog? And she's like very like not into this idea. What she is into, I think, or at least he's into her, is another guy. They both volunteer together. He is apparently a vet, and he is looking. Good-looking fella. Sure. A good-looking fella. Yeah. They're all just. And so Simon works very hard to finally convince Alex to train Simon the dog in exchange for helping with marketing. Right?
Yes.
Marketing of and
sure. Let's go with that.
Helping dogs find homes and all that good stuff. So they hang out a lot, they're training a lot, hanging out some more, and we find out some bad news, everybody. The dog shelter is, I don't know, in trouble, I guess.
Man.
And so they're all going to figure out, and he's like, hey, I can help make sure that this event is a big, raging success. And they end up going axe throwing, and they almost die because of how hot and heavy things get at this axe throwing thing. I would say if you are going on a date with somebody that you think is very attractive, this movie should be the deterrent you need to not go axe throwing on your first dates.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep,
agree.
Done and done.
Motion fast, yeah.
Yes. So, not Radar. Little Simon gets, or is it Radar? One of the dogs gets sick.
Radar.
Radar gets sick.
Come on,
Poor
man.
little Radar.
2 polar bears. Looked at
Radar. They bring the dog to
the whole ball game.
to the vet, and they bring the dog to the vet. And Hot Vet basically saves Radar's life, and that really bums Simon out. Not that Radar is saved, but that it was Hot Vet that did it. And so
Hot vet.
Hot Vet.
Yeah.
So they it's time for the big party to save the dog shelter. He brings the girl that he was into at the beginning of the movie. She is there with Hot Vet, and there's some awkward tension. The girl that he was into is like, you're clearly into her. I don't have time for this. I'm gluten-free. She leaves. And they get into a little bit of a squabble, and he's like, what am I doing with my life? And she's like, what am I doing with my life? I like the guy. So earlier in the movie, they went up to this like big high place with water.
Big high
and
place
so
with water,
she
yeah.
calls him up and is like, hey, will you come up to the big high place with water? We got to talk. He goes up there. They do a little bit of talking and a whole lot of smooching, folks. A whole lot of smooching. Later on, they're back. They're walking to Radar and they're smooching some more. And that, my friends, was a dog lover's guide to dating.
We did it.
We did do it, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about a dog lover's guide to dating here on Deck the Hallmark. We're back. Hello, everybody. I hope that you're doing well on this wonderful Wednesday. A little bit of a wonky week for us release-wise. It's a Wednesday, new release Wednesday situation.
New release Wednesday.
Guys, let's break down the first big dog.
It is the big dog.
New movie of the week on the Hallmark Channel. A new year, new movie. Dog's Guide to Dating.
Dog lover's guide to dating.
Got
Not
it.
a dog.
Yep.
A dog is not giving any dating tips here.
No.
It's not like glasses sitting up with their paws. None of that. Let me look through my notes here. Oh yeah.
X throwing?
Yep. Oh yes.
Scratch that off.
Treats.
Treats.
Water.
Brian, what do you think about a guide
Walking.
movie?
Sorry,
What do you
go
think
ahead.
about it?
So first of all, just right off that synopsis, I like to think that Hot Vet drives a red Corvette and his license plate says Hot Vet.
Hot vet. Yeah.
He's got to.
Yeah, he's leaning into the vet thing
Yeah.
pretty hard for someone who's a veterinarian.
So this movie, the first big dog movie, I thought this was a cool idea, hearing about it and thinking about it. And it was based on a book, which at the beginning it says
Of course.
Of course it was, which I love to see that. Movies based on a book. And I thought...
Hey, can I ask you this? You last year you talked about how you were reading more.
Yes.
Reading like these movies
Yes.
in
like,
book
yeah.
form.
That's right.
Are you still doing that? How's that going?
I haven't since the pumpkin everything.
Okay,
I have not
interesting.
read
Yeah,
another
fair.
one.
That was an old year resolution.
Yeah, so
That's
I should
like
do
a
that.
new
Not a New Year resolution.
I will try to do that again. I'll pick
All right,
a movie coming
New
up
Year's
based on a book.
resolution.
Yes.
A book a month.
Ooh.
One book per month. All right. Try it. Yeah, I'll stick to that. A lot of people can read like a book in
I
a
know.
weekend.
I don't get it. Well,
That's
with
flying.
Audible, with
you
the
can fly
yeah,
through
yeah,
those,
with
yeah.
the fly, yeah.
Maybe I should start with audio. And
Do
then-
whatever you want to. I'm just
Just one
saying.
per
I'm just
month.
trying to help you out here, pal.
All right. And then we'll check on it.
Then check in on it.
Yeah.
Check in on it.
Accountability buddies. Sort of like.
Accountability buddies.
Kinda
That's
goes
exactly
accountability
right.
buddies.
That's exactly right.
So I thought it was a cool idea. And when I found out this was based on a book, after watching the movie, I thought, I bet the book is funnier. I bet there's a lot of quirky, funny things you can do.
No way.
because The story, the movie itself, I didn't laugh a ton. But I thought, I bet the book's funnier. So I looked up the book. Would you believe that this was a self-help book?
No.
This was not a romantic comedy book. This
What?
was a self-help book that this movie was based on.
What do you mean?
What? It's like an actual
Let me give you a
dog training for dummies
This
kind of
is
thing.
what it says. I read an article about the book, and it says, this book features dating advice that includes: find the hot spots where single dog lovers congregate. Break the ice with conversation starters that are perfect for dog lovers.
I see what this book's
Train your
about.
dog to fetch a date.
You had a buddy that wrote a self-help book one time. Get it?
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of it. Like was the setup was
Yeah.
get it where you could get it.
Get it? Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to get into that right now. But I will say that this book, it sounds very specific.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you love dogs,
Yes.
and you want to find somebody who loves dogs, then you should do these things.
Do these things.
Find the
Follow
hot spots.
There's like
Exactly.
nine steps.
Bunch of steps. So this is what you need to do, and it's
It's exactly what it sounds like. A dog lover's guide to dating.
That's what it is. And I thought it would be like a quirky romantic comedy. It's not.
That's
It's-
what the movie is trying to be.
Yes, it's straight up a self-help book.
Yeah.
So that shocked me.
That's intriguing.
Yes. I still think it's a cool idea, but this movie, I thought the movie was like a little flat. Like it was kind of a little flat. The the chemistry, I felt like Hot Vet and Alex had, is it Alex? I believe it was
Yep.
Alex, had better chemistry than Big Simon and Alex. So I was kind of hoping maybe Simon would have fallen off that cliff. And,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he'd survive, he'd be fine, but
Holy
you know,
cow.
he's in the hospital for a while. During that time, Jacob and Alex form a stronger bond. They save the dog.
He doesn't even fall off the cliff for that to happen.
All right, well, maybe he could get too close and he gets mad
Why'd
at
you let
her.
him
So
fall off the
you
cliff?
wanted a human being to fall off a cliff?
He doesn't have to necessarily fall off the. That's the first thing that came to mind. But he could get so close. And
That's
he's
the
afraid.
first thing that came to mind.
They were on the edge of the cliff for a long time, and it's just very dangerous to someone with a fear of heights. And so,
Oh,
maybe
that's funny. The tagline of the book is using cold noses
Yes.
to find warm
Yeah.
hearts.
That's right.
Yep.
And it
That
also
checks out.
It only had like 2 reviews.
How did
which
this
is
book get made into a
amazing.
movie?
They're already
Really.
making When's It Gonna Be Christmas again. And
Oh my
I don't know
gosh.
if you heard.
Wow, that's a big. That's big news.
That is
Heard it
big
here
news.
first.
That is big news.
So yeah, just generally it was, it kind of fell flat for me a little bit. Is how I felt at the end of it. And,
Did you want anyone else in this movie to die, or is it just Simon?
Just Simon.
I mean,
just-
no
just
dogs.
severe weather warning.
Any human, I guess, whatever. The dogs, as long as the dogs are fine.
Okay, fair.
then I'm good.
This movie is the good news is that this movie is my favorite of the year so far.
That's great news.
The bad news is that I can already guarantee you that next week's Wedding Veil movie
Don't say it.
will end up being higher on my list than this movie.
Wowzers.
This movie is unfortunate. It's but this is
Snicket
what Lemony Snicket did call. This is becoming a bit of a trend. Last year was the same thing. Hallmark scurries their way out of the best thing that they've ever come up with, which is Christmas movies all the time, and they put out a real dud. And I don't. It doesn't bring me any joy to say that, but this one is a bit of a dud, and that's unfortunate. All I could think about while I was watching this movie, and I was watching Severe Weather Warning do what he does, was I wish Natalie Hall was in this movie.
Yeah.
Because those two.
Yeah,
Fireworks.
We know that.
Forget
works.
about it. Forget about it. I will say the kiss in this movie, dynamite, fantastic kiss. I will say I did not want to kill Simon, so that's kind of where
Yeah.
Brian and I separate a little bit.
Part ways on wanting someone to fall off a cliff.
Yeah, but overall, not a huge fan. I am not. We're getting ready to watch 3 Wedding Veil movies, and there's a lot of preparing that I'm doing to get ready for that, such as try to figure out a way to time travel. But
I've been staring at just the color khaki for like hours at a time,
That's
just
a good
trying
strategy.
to bore myself to tears so that the movies are better.
It's just once again tough to go from 40 Christmas movies in two months many of which were groundbreaking films from the Hallmark
Hallmark
Channel.
classics. You would say.
And to go into this, it is a overwhelming mountain that any movie is going to have to climb for me to be excited about it when it's the first non-Christmas movie of the year. And so I guess that's one way to do it. Just throw a dud out there because it doesn't really matter anyway. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a Christmas movie, so who cares? So in that regard, job well done. Dan?
Yeah, this movie's abysmal. Last year they released the Jen Lilly movie the first week, and I thought it was going to be the worst thing I'd ever seen. That one was like, I think someone thought it was good and it was terrible. This one is just a classic, just like fastball down the middle, run of the mill, Big Johnson bad. Like it is really tough to sit through this movie. Production quality really low. Acting quality with most everyone in this movie really low. Writing really low. It's almost like they made a movie based on a self-help book is what it almost is like here. Not a lot to pull for, not a lot to cheer for. I am not as confident as Bran that The Weddingville is going to be better because I remember distinctly how miserable we were during the Weddingville movies. Having said that, I can't imagine one being worse than this. I feel like the Jen Lilly movie was more actively bad, and this one just kind of is DOA. It just sits there and it's bad, and that's unfortunate. But it could have been our expectations. It could have been that we didn't have to watch anything for 10 straight days, and the last one we watched before then was like Hanukkah on Rye. And so this was not a great, this was plunging into the cold water on a cold day. This was not what we needed for Hallmark, and I didn't want to be a part of it and still don't.
It's time for all the feels. Brian, any feels in this movie aside from feelings of wanting to end someone's life?
I didn't really particularly have those types of feelings. Okay, I feel like there's a misclassification.
Well,
You wanted him to fall off that cliff. No one's going to survive
just an
that,
idea.
Brian.
I'm just throwing ideas out. That's all. They can be bad ideas. That's fine with me. So I had two feels that stood out here, and the first was the location feels. They shot this in St. John, British. Newfoundland.
Yeah,
Newfoundland?
it's that they actually Newfoundland.
Big Johnson owns
Big Johnson
big plot of
owns
land.
that land. Yeah,
and
St.
they
John.
show
Yeah.
it well in this. It looked so nice.
It always does.
It always
It
does.
looks so nice.
Every time they go to that forest, it looks great.
It looks so good. The other one was it was nice to see fanny packs represented, and that was a feel. And I just wish. Oh, what's this? What do we have here?
Oh, look at that.
this.
Oh, would you look at
Sport
that?
my own fanny pack.
If you're not
Yes.
wearing a fanny pack every day this year,
I mean, come on.
I have no excuses not to.
my feel, Dan, you will appreciate this. You and I both have a soft spot in our hearts for ska music,
The soft spot in our hot.
and for some reason,
Saw them.
for some reason, they decided to have a fun, wacky run around the town time with Simon the dog to some ska music,
Yeah.
while severe weather warning ran around in a suit that someone would have worn.
Yes, that's
at
a
ska
trombone
concert.
player. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. So that I love that. There's the dog running down the street.
He's even got like a
He's
hat.
got a boat, and maybe he'll be happy. Ba-na-na-na.
Good. That's good.
Dan?
You know the scene at the beginning when they're when she's feeding the dog
Here it
the
comes.
omelet?
Yeah.
Everything after that sucked.
That's
You don't even like omelets.
No, they're terrible.
You-
I don't
you
like
don't-
breakfast.
you don't like eggs.
I don't like egg. I don't do breakfast at all.
Yeah.
Breakfast is a no-go.
Breakfast is a no-go for Dan, but you know what is a yes-go is this break. We'll be right back here
a
on
go.
Take the Hallmark.
Take the Hallmark. We're done with the radio call sometime.
It was last season.
Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, man.
It's
Good to be here.
It is great to be here. So when I was 17 years old, I had an idea for something that I thought would revolutionize the game.
Scary Town.
No.
It wasn't
Scary Town was,
Scary Town?
Scary Town was when I was 18. And that, I think, is still a fantastic idea.
Okay.
A town where everything is scary?
Dishwash Barn.
No, that was 19.
19 was Dishwash Barn.
That's a barn.
I'm sorry.
That's a barn where the walls are made out of
Mapscat?
dishwashers.
Was it Mapscat?
No, that was 20, and that was a bad idea.
You had a pretty
Mapscat
pretty
was
good run.
unequivocally a bad idea.
Squeaky
wheel.
That was 21.
Okay. All right.
So
No,
one
also
idea
not
per
one of-
year is what. Is
I have
max?
one idea every year. Yes.
Sorry, let's skip
When
back
I was 17.
I want to get back to MapScat at some point.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go
we
ahead.
will. When it's
a map.
It's a map where everything is just scat.
Ew.
So you go down 75 and you get off on.
Oh, that's scat. Okay.
If you go
That's
20 miles down highway,
So when I was 17, I had an idea for the Wait What. And it's a part of the show where we talk about what this movie made us go, wait, what? I'll start with you, Brian. Brian, what made you go, wait, what?
Sure, I had a few. And one of them was related to the omelet.
I thought you were going to go
point-
back to MapScat. I'm sorry.
I wish I had some MapScat here. I was concerned that she was, first of all, feeding the dog tomatoes. Because
You can't do that.
What I understand, they're toxic.
Acidity,
but
yeah.
from what I learned, you can feed them fresh, ripe tomatoes.
Oh.
And that's okay.
It's not
But
like
she cooked them.
cooked tomatoes.
No, you can't. Not. I don't know of cooked. I didn't find that. But it did say where I looked in the sources that ripe tomatoes are okay. But
Did
still,
you look in the dog guides to dating?
No, not the actual book.
When
I
you
should
make
have
a
bought
dog an
that.
omelet, how
when
you should
make,
go about that?
Page 87.
It's going to ask for a ripe tomato. And if you give it a ripe
Give
tomato,
it a right tomato.
The
Then
same-
it's going to live.
Then it will live, but it might develop a little growth. Same with parsley.
what?
A growth.
Okay. I thought you said a little curl.
I could have.
growth.
A growth. It's same with parsley. You can only feed a dog a certain type of parsley, and she just chucks a little sprig of parsley on top. And so I just feel like as a PSA, like things are toxic to dogs.
Yeah.
Let's not just throw anything that's in the fridge in their omelets. Alex at one point says, I'm a dog trainer, not the other way around. Every dog trainer I've ever heard talk about training dogs talks about training the person. And in this movie, she's talking about, I'm not training people. I don't train people. I train dogs. And she's everything about this. So it just was.
I took that as I'm a dog trainer, not the other way around. Was she talking about like the dog's
The dog
not training
training
me?
her.
No, she was talking to
I
Simon.
don't. I'm not going to train you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like he's like, show me the ways. And she's like, I'm a dog trainer, not the other way
But
around.
that's
So
every dog trainer would tell you that they train people.
they train people.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so she is just working the complete opposite. She's like paving new roads.
I'm a trained person.
That should have stayed in 2015 when you thought of it, Brand.
That's a good idea.
What?
A trained
Yeah. What
person?
year was that?
That was,
Trained
that was
person. Yeah,
2015. You guys know how Thomas the Train, they have like faces on top of the
Yeah.
trains?
Yeah.
What if we do a real life version of that? We call it Train People.
Yeah.
You get big old costumes, put the faces in it.
Yeah. Oh, your actual face sticks through the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
Train
just-
people.
Train
Yeah.
people.
It's good. It's good stuff. Your idea for 2023, you got it out of the way early, Brand.
I haven't had an idea.
Oh, no, that was 2015.
That was when I was 17.
Wow. 17 was wait, what?
17 was wait what? Yes. I haven't told you my idea for 2023.
Which
yet.
year was MapScat again?
That was when I was 20. When I was 20?
Yeah,
I thought it was 18.
Squeaky Wheels 21.
Yeah.
There was a bad idea in there, and I forgot that
We
one.
don't talk about that one.
Yeah, we don't need to. So that train people aside, when she got home and
Take
Radar-
exit 32 to.
Skip it back into that.
She got home and Radar had not eaten.
I don't care. I don't care if you don't find it funny. That's funny.
Scat.
MapScat is funny.
Can you imagine that?
I don't have to because it's just happening.
Right.
Thanks.
Saying the all
At
I'm
the
saying is
fork in
that
the road, take the skid it,
guys, the paper map business is basically non-existent at this
Yeah.
point.
And why?
If they went with MapScat like I had pitched them, we wouldn't be in this scenario.
We wouldn't all be using maps on our
we're-
phones.
We're just pitching a GPS voice, right?
Now it's evolved to that.
All right, got it.
obviously.
I got it.
At the time when I was 20, I would have never imagined.
No.
You got to think years ahead. Though.
GPS was certainly around.
GPS
11
was,
years
but
ago.
paper map was still was tried and true.
Paper map was tried and true in the year 2012, 2011.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe to some.
In 2012?
To some.
To some.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't not many people
I
had
don't have time.
not many people had unlimited data. We weren't on Bill freaking Gates.
The iPhone had been out for over half a decade.
No,
Yes,
but
it
not
has.
with the maps the way that is. People were not using maps on their phones in the way that they are now.
No, they weren't.
In
The way they are
2011.
now,
You've
like,
lost your
paper map
you've
did
lost
not-
your mind.
paper map did not
Paper
reign
map was
supreme
still tried
in
and
2012.
true.
We had-
Stop it.
GPSs
Stop
were too
it.
expensive.
No.
Phones weren't
You
where
could
they
get a
are.
TomTom for
We
$50
did have-
in
we had
2012.
TomToms.
Don't you
back
bring
then,
up Tom, that son of a B. He knows what he did.
Son of a T. T.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah. I
Son
got
of a T was really good, bro.
Thank you. So she got home and Radar hadn't eaten and Radar hadn't moved, and immediately she knew something was wrong. And I'm just out loud, I think I said, yeah, because there's not like a grilled 10-ounce porterhouse in the food dish. Like, of course that thing hasn't eaten that bowl of dog food. So that was just silly. There's a mountain of dog food.
Why in the world, look, and you said it earlier, but you don't feed dogs like greasy bacon and omelets every meal.
Yeah.
Why did the dog get that at that meal if you normally feed it dry dog food?
Yeah.
Was it its birthday? What is happening there?
Maybe it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a classic Wednesday situation.
And
I really liked Wednesday, by the way.
Dude, really
did?
good, right?
Yeah, it was really
You
fun.
finished
It
it?
feels
Yeah, I
like a
finished
Harry Potter murder mystery.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It started off kind of
that's
anime,
where I
but
was.
but I was like still it was but also I was really into
But then they
the
double
next.
twist you, and then those two twists are both good.
You can't double twist a twisty twist though.
No.
And a Taco Bell cinnamon twist. Call me Papa.
Okay, Papa. I haven't started Wednesday. I'll end on this one. This was my favorite part of this movie. Aaron, you ready? Producer Aaron? I need a little help here. We actually did show prep for this.
What's
this little piece of
happening?
Weight Watchers.
Good God.
So
You guys
this,
gonna like do magic or
this
something?
was my favorite part of the movie. And all you guys have to do is just participate.
What do you need Aaron for?
She's going to do a little simple math in the background. So at the silent auction, you remember this part? They were auctioning off prizes or things that people had donated, right?
Great.
So let's play a little Price is Right on this. Okay. So these are some.
I don't have anywhere to be. This is great.
These are some of the prizes that were being auctioned that you could bid on. Okay. A golf trip.
Okay.
Throw out a figure for a golf. Like
I
imagine
need
like,
more information, but I'll
that's all
go
I got.
with.
Let's go with best case scenario. It's like an overseas golf trip.
Yes.
With flight and hotel and everything.
To the nines.
For four of us, let's go $50,000.
50,000, Aaron. Got that?
Wow.
What do you think?
I don't know.
I
I
was
was
thinking like Hilton Head for $500.
Yeah. I was thinking like.
I'm trying to get to $3 million. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
basically.
That's what I'm trying to help him
And you know
with.
what? You're going to be surprised at how easy I think this is.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, I was thinking like
Go down here to Willow Creek for
Yeah.
like an
$50.
an overnight boy hotel. Well, let's go $950.
Okay. So 1,000. So it's 1,000. So 50,000 and 1,000, Aaron. We got two high and low.
Aaron.
Okay. Aaron, you got room for those?
Aaron.
You got room?
Aaron.
I just don't hear it.
You never do.
The next one.
You're out there on the roof.
Skiing trip to the Alps.
To the Alps? How many people?
Let's
8?
say 4.
12?
Let's say 4. Just
Four to the Alps. 10 grand.
Again, I need more information, but I think 10 grand is safe.
Sure, Aaron. 10 grand.
Aaron.
I mean,
We got room for those, Aaron? Baseball season tickets.
To where? If
again, I need more information.
Say
If it's Yankee
Yankees,
Stadium,
say Yankees.
one seat's $1,500 in the Legend seats. That's for 81 games a year. So do the math there. It's $120,000. So safely for a good season ticket, let's go 50 grand. Again.
Sure. Got that, Aaron?
Yeah, let's go. You know what? I'm not gonna go with Legend seats.
Yeah, I didn't. I backed it way
I know.
off of
I'm going to
Legends.
back up a little bit more. Say worst seat in the house, $30K.
Okay, $30K on that one. Low ball. Next one you could vote on. Alaska helicopter tour.
I need more information.
Yeah, is that like...
How am I getting to Alaska?
What kind
Is
of
the helicopter
helicopter?
taking me to Alaska?
You got to assume it's included, right?
$10,000. $10,000.
20,000.
20,000. Okay, that's opposite. You guys flip flop there. All right, this one. Vineyard tour in Italy.
A vineyard tour in Italy.
Yes.
Shiminy Christmas.
So you assume it includes flight?
Yeah,
to Italy?
I mean, it's 25 to 50K again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go 50K
Let's
again.
go 30K again.
Okay, 30K, 50K. Finally, romantic getaway to Bali. So this is probably two people only.
10K again.
10.
10,000.
20K. I do it
Let's
right
not
in
even
Bali.
get into a million.
I do it right
Singular.
in Bali.
That's what I'm saying. So Aaron,
Aaron.
we got room there. So what do you got there, Aaron? Do we have a low and a high? Yeah, she's,
She's
adding
doing
up
the quick
figures
math.
right
Doing
now.
the quick math.
I thought she was
Producer
supposed
Aaron.
to be adding this up as we went along. That's on me.
Yeah.
She's waiting to do it now.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Calculation's always at the end.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So are we gonna have
Aaron,
enough?
how much time do you need, or should I go to the wait what? All right, I'll start my wait what. Thanks,
All right,
pal.
yeah, we'll get back to you,
At one point, he says to her, "You're the Beyonce of dog odors."
does.
That
say
doesn't
that.
make a bit of sense.
Now, there's a lot about this that I'm confused by as a statement. One, what if Beyonce owned the dog.
What if?
Yeah.
It's a big if right there.
I
And
think
wouldn't that be Beyonce?
I think they meant
Wouldn't that be the
Beyonce of
Beyonce?
dog trainers.
Okay.
I think so.
But
too.
they didn't say that. They said the Beyonce of dog owners.
Of dog owners.
What does that mean?
Which I would argue Beyonce's the Beyonce of dog owners.
Safe argument.
But that's just me.
That's a good
just me.
argument.
There are so many American flags in this movie. And I don't, at first, they're just kind of peeking around the corner a little bit.
Then they get pretty aggressive.
There's one, like, a framed picture, like, on someone's garage door, which I was like, that's an interesting place for an American flag. But then they just start waving all around. And this is, again, not a movie about vets.
No,
In
not
in
those
that
vets.
sense,
No,
but
veterinarian.
this movie, I think Big Johnson must have heard us talk about how the movies are clearly in Canada, and he said, "I'll show you." And to that, I say, "Thank you, Big Johnson." How did he possibly know that she was going to the snack shack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do this
that
whole
was
bit,
weird.
and then somehow he runs ahead to the snack shop where she was going next to give some more information. Wild to me. When Radar gets sick, they go to the veterinarian.
Yes.
And these two adults fall asleep during office hours.
That's right. Yeah.
In the lobby of a vet.
That's right.
What is wrong with these two people? Can you imagine?
No.
Two people falling asleep in the middle of the lobby
Maybe it was
of a
the
vet.
air up on the second floor.
Maybe, yeah, it's
to
a
go up.
two-story vet situation. Last thing I got is you got to confirm you reached your goal before getting on stage. My
Yeah.
thing
What?
here,
Yeah.
when they're doing the thing, they're on stage and they're like, "Let's find out if we reached our goal." And then someone like Aaron's up there doing the math on
cool
stage. If they didn't reach
Yeah.
their goal, you've put poor Aaron in a tough spot.
Tough spot.
Because she's going to say, "We didn't reach the goal.
Yeah, we didn't do it. Don't pull the switch. We did not get.
Don't pull the balloons.
It's like, what is it? $250,000? What is it?
So Dan, you bid 180.
Dan bid 180.
$180,000.
And Brand guessed
111,000. So 111 to 180.
Yeah.
That's just not
Not going to cut it
not
for
cutting
$3
it.
million.
You're
Not going to get you
buying
to $3 million.
a building with 180 grand.
Great. Thank you,
Thanks.
Brian.
Thanks.
That was
Thank
a
you,
great
Aaron.
wait what across the
Fantastic.
board, everybody.
Great job. Dano, we did not reach our goal.
Never,
Don't pull it.
No,
Don't pull. Don't drop the balloons.
never in a million years have I wanted a Hallmark movie to incorporate building a website as badly as this one. Of all the times that people do the light bulb, we should build a website in these movies, and it's stupid. The one time that we desperately need a website, can't have one. This woman, her idea of getting dogs adopted is to post blurry pictures of them on sheets of paper on telephone poles as if they're lost.
I made the joke. Like, did they take that picture when the dog was running away?
If you see a picture of a dog on a telephone pole on the street, you assume that dog is lost, not up for adoption. And to the pièce de résistance here is, on top of that picture, she basically tells you why you shouldn't adopt the dog. She's like, this dog needs a lot of training and isn't crate trained yet and isn't potty trained either. And blah, like, for someone who wants to get dogs adopted and apparently trains them for a living, it's like she is taking the worst possible angle to adopt these dogs. And then their solution to that is not build a website like any humane society does. Their solution is to create framed portraits of these dogs. Like, talk about money you could have spent on a building. Framed, glossy portraits of these. I'm talking big boys, like 3 feet by 2 feet, big boys. And they have these glowing descriptions on them that you can read if you're at this gala, which if you're at the gala, I assume you already own a pet. So build a website, for crying out loud. Just do it. It's not hard. Like, good gosh, everybody.
Good gosh.
Right? She is talking to her sister, and
He is a good gosh. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes.
He's a good gosh.
good
He's a good gosh.
And she's talking to her sister on the phone, and they're talking about how their dad left them. And then we see a picture of this dude with 2 daughters at a picnic table. Is she looking at that, or is that her memory? because it looks fairly modern. No one's dressed in different clothes. Like, it looks like she looked up and saw it and went, oh, yeah, my dad's gone. Like, it's a weird... The way that it's filmed is not great. This woman that Corey Sevier is trying to date says the buyers in Milan wanted to know if the capsules in my collection are sustainable. They just put a bunch of words in a sentence. That's all they did there.
Capsules collection sustainable.
Go. At one point, Corey Sevier says everything is advertising. No, it is not. It is not. But this New York Yankees vintage gear can be found at, let's see. Oh, trendiest sandwich spot in town has no one there. No one. No one is at the trendiest sandwich spot in town. But apparently he makes his own bread. He doesn't. That's Marita King thin. And his chicken is just a chicken salad sandwich. He cannot make his own dough in a food truck. I don't know what's happening there. This is one of those second floor veterinarian places. You know how when your dog is like lame and you have to take it and then take it up the stairs. Like, we couldn't. There's a big elevator scene. We can't find a first floor for this veterinarian.
You got a great day. Haul over your shoulder there, trying to hit the elevator button. Ah! Floor 2. They have to perform surgery. That's a great day.
That's a great day.
That's a great day.
That is. They have to perform surgery on Radar. And they perform the surgery, and the two stay up and fall asleep, as you already pointed out. And then later in the movie, this guy's a hot veterinarian.
He's a hot vet.
Hot veterinarian.
It's Red Corvette.
That's right. And later in the movie, Corey Sevier says to the leading lady, he must really like you because he did surgery on your dog. Is this one of those veterinarians that only does a good job if he likes you? Mm-hmm. Is that what's going on here? Oh, this dog has a cyst and needs surgery pronto, but you're a D-bag. Kick it up the road.
Could you imagine you haul your dog up the stairs only to be told you're not hot enough?
To the second floor vet. Oh, I don't like you.
You are not attractive enough for me to do surgery on your dog. Please go back down the stairs the way you came. No, the elevator's out.
He doesn't like you because he did surgery. He did surgery because it's his job. Yeah. That's what he does for a living. Do no harm and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's time for what the Hallmark is part of the show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe I get some clear questions we still have. Brian, what do you still wonder about, buddy?
So I just had, when they first talked about the building and how the landlord was selling the building, their first idea was to raise a down payment to buy the building. And then at some point, it seemed to switch to them buying the building, and they never really clarified whether they were working towards a down payment or working towards buying the building. And based on the figures we just kind of just did on the napkin here, it seems like a down payment number, but there's a lot more that goes into owning a building than just a down payment. So that whole part was just very kind of like left wide open for me. I'm just wondering, how are they going to plan on making mortgage payments, tax payments, what have you, if they indeed do go through with getting this building?
Thank you, Brian.
Great stuff, buddy.
So, Dan, you mentioned mine, which is the capsules in her collection are sustainable.
That's right.
Which she says as if, she wouldn't do that. What are these capsules?
Yeah, I don't know.
There is a chance that they could not be sustainable because that's what they're calling about. What is it? What are they talking about? What is she? What is all of this? What is it all?
What is it all? It's another good one.
Hey, great one there, Bran.
Yeah, really good stuff. Mine is also back to the pictures of these dogs, which we did talk about a little bit.
Good one, Dan.
Yeah, if you're putting pictures up of a dog you want someone to adopt, that means you have that dog in custody somewhere. How long does it take to take a good picture of that dog? Because we get two of the worst pictures I've ever seen. Can we not just take 2 seconds to get a good picture of the dog? Even for this movie, find 2 pictures. We don't have to show the actual dog. Just Google image search dog, find 2 good pictures, and put them on the flyers. Yep. They went out of their way to put bad pictures on the flyers. I don't understand it.
People are telling me that the capsule is referring to a capsule wardrobe, which I also don't know.
Thanks for nothing, Holly.
I don't.
I would love to hear.
All right, Aaron, just come here. We'll get Aaron a microphone. I promise. What is it?
It's just like a basic wardrobe where you have pieces
Oh,
Have like your whole wardrobe would only come down to like 5 pieces.
sure.
But it can
All like mixed together.
a lot of different
Sustainable.
outfits.
Great.
Wow. We're in the
That's
know.
what I have.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's you how you
Like,
operate.
Is
four
it
black
sustainable?
shirts, it is sustainable, obviously.
Wow.
obviously.
Fantastic. Guys, it's been a few weeks, but we do have a double decker of the week ready to go. So, Aaron, take it away with a double decker of the week.
Double decker of the week.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Wow.
Paley, you're back,
passed
buddy.
already.
Hey, thanks, guys. It's been a hot minute.
You told us that last episode wasn't our best.
Yeah, I was disappointed in it. Can I say this? Humor's really slipping.
Yeah.
I left a iTunes review.
You did.
It just said
It took you
better?
5 years,
you
but you
remember
finally
early
did
on
it.
in Deck the Hallmark? No, he left a 1-star review early on. Do you remember this?
I do
That's right. I do.
What a doofus. Double Decker of the Week this week, BrambleJamPlus.com. Sign up for the Deck the Hallmark Plus tier or higher. Get yourself a shout out on an episode. This week's Double Decker of the Week is one of my faves.
Oh, yeah.
Jean Yamonico.
Whoa.
Jean
Finally.
Yamonico. She's wonderful. What do you got for me?
Oh man, Gene is the absolute best host of a new game show.
A game
A
show.
game show. You don't see him. Well, I mean, you do
don't
see him.
see game shows?
Not like you used to. I mean, remember there were just game shows coming out like just willy nilly. It was like the cap was off of game shows.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking
No
about. here.
cap.
No cap.
No cap.
What's the game show?
Well, it's great. You're gonna really like it. She takes two weevils and hides them behind a curtain.
Weevils?
Weevils.
I already know what the game show's
What's a
called.
weevil?
What's a weevil, Panda?
It's kind of like it's like a mole looking thing.
It's a toy that won't stay down.
Oh, the
It kinda-
weevils, the wobbles.
The weevil,
Got it.
wobble weevil. That's what you're talking about?
No. I was talking about the actual, like a little, like almost like they call them boll weevils, but they're like little weevil, kind of like
Oh.
mole looking things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know.
Great.
I already know the name of the game show.
Can you tell me more about the game show before Dan ruins it?
Yeah, before you ruin everything. Because,
I'm just taking a guess here, but go for it.
Yeah, I think you'll probably figure it out because the name's genius.
The name's
first of all.
genius.
But hides the weevils behind a curtain. You have to guess which one's bigger or which one's smaller.
Bram, what's the name of the game show?
I don't know.
The Lesser of Two Weevils.
Yeah, the lesser of two weevils.
I mean, come on. It's right there.
This seems like it won't take very
It
long.
seems like it's a 10-second game show. How are you supposed to guess without seeing the weevils?
Well, I mean, first of all, you have 3 lifelines.
Okay. How does that help? Is somebody back there?
Okay, Dan, think about it this way. Audience, poll the audience. You have choice A or choice B, and then phone a friend.
Choice A or choice B is the game without a lifeline, right? There's 2
right.
weevils.
I think he's saying that the
They'll tell you if it-
audience tells.
Well,
you.
how does the audience have any say in it?
They
How do
have
they have any
some-
sort of education?
They
on
kind
the
of
issue?
they got height on it.
So you can
They
see
have
the
height.
weevils.
Well, they can see at least the tail of the weevil.
Yeah.
It's a weevil tail.
It's a weevil tail.
I got a clip. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Legend of Two Evils. I'm your host, Liberty Tsunami. Today we have Tammy. Tammy, hello.
Hey!
Are you ready?
I'm so ready!
Show us the shadow of the weevil.
Oh.
Whoa, this is a tricky one. What do you want to do?
I want to phone a friend.
All right. Who do we have here?
This is Butch.
Butch, how are you?
I'm all right.
Are you
Tammy,
are you
do you
seeing-
have my VHS copy of Iron Eagle?
You better believe it.
All right, Butch.
I need the Iron Eagle.
All right, Butch.
Butch needs the eagle.
We're running out of time.
Eagle me.
5 seconds. A or B?
Weevil B.
All right.
For Butch.
Tammy, what do you think? Weevil A or Weevil B?
I don't know. I really could go either way on this one. You want the Iron Eagle? I'll get it to you when you're good and ready.
Give me that tape, woman.
I'll go A.
You're wrong.
Should have gone B for Butch.
All right, everybody.
It
Well,
does last longer than 10 seconds.
but not by much.
Just infinitely. Infinitely longer than 10 seconds.
But yeah, I guess I could see it. Congratulations
Thanks,
to
Gene.
Gene. Amazing show that you're producing there.
Great
Keep up the
job.
good work. We'll be
Back to you guys.
Oh, thanks. But great to see Panda
man,
again.
it was.
What a blessing.
He said something there that I didn't think of, which was you have to choose which one's taller or which one is the smallest.
Yeah.
Which was
There's
taller,
only
which
two
was
of them.
the smallest.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just need to be
Just
okay.
covering all
Yeah.
bases.
We did, everybody. Congratulations. We're going to be back tomorrow. Jax is going to be back in the house, flying
Teddy
back
ball
down
game.
each week. Very excited about that because we are finishing the season that we started. We got
About time.
two more episodes left.
That's right.
You know how when you're a professional and you start a season and you decide not to finish it because it's the holiday season? It's
the holiday
That's
season.
what we did.
Whoop-de-whoop.
Whoop-de-whoop. Until then, we
Yeah, we got to get a card.
Oh,
Brand.
yeah.
We're going to get a little head start. Tomorrow's the
there
mailbag
is,
episode.
yeah.
Friday's the mailbag episode.
Yeah, Friday, whatever. And we got
Aaron.
in here a bunch of cards, and I think they may all, like, you got one addressed to you, Brand.
Oh.
That's one
Hot
here.
potato.
We'll do the rest of the mailbag on Friday because
Right.
we got a ton
We
here.
wouldn't dare
Sweater
forget.
Olympics.
Individuals. I'm going to do this one. Ooh, there's a seal on this card.
Yeah.
This is
that's
once
what it
again,
is.
guys, I'll tell you what, if you didn't watch the last mailbag episode on philo.tv/VTH, I don't know what you're doing, but especially this. This is where it all happens.
Oh, this is from Elizabeth and Martin.
come on.
Oh, my goodness, from our home to yours. And she has a little cranberry old-fashioned recipe. You would like that, Bran.
I would.
You love an old-fashioned.
Very much like that.
This guy.
yes.
That's true.
This is wonderful. And we each got a card. We each got a little gift card in here, which I will get a milkshake with. Thanks for all the laughs in 2022. Loved Bramblefest. Loved the double deckers. And you, of course. Thank you so much to Patty
Patty Smith.
Oh, thank you, Patty.
Oh, this was so kind,
That is-
Patty.
This was so kind. This is
I
getting me
see
ready.
you
This
at
is getting me ready for
Christmas time.
Friday.
That's right.
It's getting me ready for Friday.
Same here.
Yeah, that's right.
Hope we have enough cards to get us through.
I don't know.
Whole
We're opening
episode.
so many right
And
now.
lastly, but not leastly, Holly Fight sent us a card.
Is
Wonder
it
if we'll get-
taller or smaller?
Hi friends, I'm bummed you're doing the Christmas card episode early this year.
Right.
Because I won't be making my double-decker cards until after Christmas con. So I guess for now, I'll have to send one of my family cards. Shout out to Bran for telling the group about Depop, which is where I ended up getting my daughter's dress for this project.
Cool.
Merry Christmas and long live the 80s. That looks like it came from Depop, Bran.
That might be Depop.
This might be.
Yeah.
That is too.
Whoa.
It's unbelievable.
guys.
Merry Christmas. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at this with the serious photo in the background.
Oh, that's
Dude,
a
with
piece
the
of art.
cat,
Can
the
you show
floating cat
that
there.
cam?
Holly.
Come on,
Show that.
let's
That
go.
is art, Philo.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Guys, what a wonderful. This has got me ready
I
for
mean,
Friday.
Yeah, Friday mailbag's going to be real.
It's going to be
real.
really exciting. Thank you so much for checking back in. Another year. We are off to the races, everybody. Hopefully, this year will be one of the best.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Hopefully, it'll be one of the
It's
best.
not one of the
Will be.
worst. Looking at you, 2019.
That's exactly right. Until then, may we be the first to wish you this year, 2023, a very Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is a That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Name. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.